More like my biggest regret so far. Hey, I am Chuck the Bureaucrat, and most of you guys know that I recently retired from the military, and so I continue to experience this unfolding of my new life. And recently, a friend of mine, who's about 8 months behind me in this whole retirement process, reached out and asked me what my biggest regret was. And at first I gave him the usual spiel. Everything's great, I haven't met a single retired person who regrets it, you got lots of flexibility and choices, blah, 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 blah. Now, it's all true, but does it mean that I don't have any regrets? I don't know, so I started thinking about it. Military transition is hard. It always has been since ancient times. And while transition assistance programs are good, even necessary, they can't overcome the key challenge of military transition, which is this. As a transitioning service member, you're like a caterpillar getting ready to go into your cocoon and turn into a butterfly. That cocoon is your transition, especially your terminal leave, and the butterfly is your post-military life. Now, imagine asking a caterpillar to make decisions about what it wants to do as a butterfly. The caterpillar is probably going to say something like, well, there's these leaves that are out on this really thin branch, so I can't get to them because I'm too heavy, but I figure that once I'm a butterfly, I'll be able to fly out there and eat those leaves. And now imagine the transition assistance folks, a bunch of butterflies themselves, listening to this. They'd be like, we don't eat leaves, we eat flower nectar. Actually, they probably wouldn't say anything. They'd just smile and nod. Maybe they'd say, oh yeah, you'll fly out and you'll get your food. But the caterpillar doesn't really know what they mean, so he misses the whole point. My biggest regret? I've been the caterpillar, and I haven't even known it. I thought I was going to do one thing, only to realize very quickly that I didn't like it at all. To be specific, the Transition Assistance Program puts you on one of 3 tracks, either education, employment, or entrepreneurship. Well, I got my PhD in statistics, so they're not going to put me on the education track. And I was adamant that I didn't want a job, so they didn't put me on the employment track. And I guess a colonel looks kind of like a CEO. So they put me on the entrepreneur track, and I'm like, yeah, I'm going to do government contracts. I'm going to get certified disadvantaged company, hire me a lawyer. I'm going to get a SCORE mentor. Man, that is so not me. Do you have any idea how many people problems come on that path? One person does something unexpected, and then bang, I got to spend like a week trying to fix it, only for the next person to do something that surprises me. I like technical problems. I like finding the hack that makes the whole puzzle fall into place. So my biggest regret? Thinking that I could really plan for my post-military career while I was still in uniform. But don't worry, butterflies don't worry about the mistakes of caterpillars. And now, if you're looking for something that you can do to improve your transition experience while you're still in uniform, watch this video.